Everybody. So I wanted to do a review of the major arcana today, and then I'll send you guys all the link just to kind of give you a refresher course again on remembering what the major arcana stands for, right? And it's all about it's just relax, when I give you this stuff and see how it connects with your own personal life. Okay. If you could think of a situation or instance where maybe you can connect to it so you can remember it. And that's just learning just to face just the basic, definitions of reading tarot. But when your intuition is you connecting it to a personal experience and just not really overthinking it. Okay. Um, whatever helps, I would say, whatever helps loosen you up, I would suggest doing that. Whether it's maybe you need to meditate before practicing tarot, maybe go for a walk, maybe take a hot shower, maybe have a drink, a glass of wine, or an adult beverage. You know what I mean? Helps, whatever helps you loosen up. Okay, because the more rigid you are, the harder and the more challenging reading tarot is going to be. It doesn't mean that you're not ready for it. It just means that you haven't found that confidence within you to say, like, I can read tarot. Okay. And the surface layers of how deep you want to get with what you're doing the reading, you can make that decision. You want to give a surface information because it's always changing, right? Things are always changing. We are always changing as individuals too. So keep that in mind. This is just one way just to let people know what's going on, especially, reading for yourself, which I recommend that you do and to get comfortable with it as well. Okay. So major arcana, 22 cards, start with 0. And these are usually pretty standard, but depends, like I said, on your tarot deck, which you chose. It depends on how easy it can be read. Okay. Let's start with the first one. So the Fool, 0. This card to me, it's all about like I know everything, yet I know nothing. Each time we start a new cycle, learning something new, it's like you're ready to take on this new journey, this new path. Yet you have all these skills behind you, but you just don't know how they're going to fall into place with this new path. Okay, that's the Fool. And looking at itself, like, very free spirited, has that like young heart, and is just very optimistic, like, you're ready to go. I mean, he's thinking very minimal because he knows that he doesn't need any material things, right? It's within him. Everything, all the resources he needs, all the skills that he needs is within him. It's not about material things. And that's what tarot will teach you. Tarot will teach you that it's not about the material things. That doesn't get you what you need to move forward. It's what's internal. It's what's here. It's what's in your heart. It's what's in your soul. Okay? The Magician. It's about believing in yourself and knowing that whatever that you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to complete or start, you're already enough. Okay? You have to realize that you're enough. So value yourself. You can manifest what you want to manifest, but it's got to really truly believe it. If you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect it to come into fruition? And it's not about faking it till you make it. No, really truly knowing that you have the skill set to accomplish the things you want to accomplish. That's where the Magician comes into play. You do it. Okay. High Priestess. This is a person that is balanced in all the elements. Okay. As in, like, cups, the pentacles, the wands, the swords, balance. Look at the moon. Very intuitive. Everybody as a reader, as a spiritual guru, metaphysical guru, wants to become the high priestess. You know who you are. You know how to balance your life out. Even if you feel like it's in shambles, it's in you. You've accomplished it, okay? The Empress. She's pregnant. She's wearing green, okay? When you think of the Empress, think of creating, nurturing. When a female is pregnant, they are the creators. So you think of this, when this card comes up, it's time to create. You have the ability to create, but you got to nurture yourself. You have compassion for yourself. You got to take care of yourself. You can't just expect to just create, right? Out of nothing. You got to really, truly know who you are. Emperor. Very close to the Empress. You know who he is. He has time to, his life is so balanced, he has time to relax, get after his kids, just not really be on guard because he is surrounded by the right people. Okay? He's balanced also. All the elements. The high priest. What's above? What's below? Okay? What's within? What it's without. So it's when this card comes up, always think that you know that you already have the answers. If you're trying to look for an answer and this card comes up, you have the answer within you. Dig a little deeper. That's the keys. You are the key to any of your questions. Like you have it. You have it. You know the answer. Sometimes I despise getting this card because it really makes you go inside, internal, and really reflect. And then you're like, aha. Okay. This is what I mean when sometimes tarot will call you out. Here. Lover's card. This a lot could be maybe a relationship reading. It could be a current, reading for yourself that you're doing on your marriage or your current relationship. When this card comes up, it's destiny, it's destined. Whatever is happening, it could be something coming up. But whatever relationship that you are talking about, it is destined and is protected by the angels, by the divine. Period. One of the fastest cards, I should say, for all of tarot. When this card comes up, they're coming. They're coming quickly. Whatever is happening. To accomplish something, to make something, come into fruition, to manifest. It's happening fast. Card of just speed. It's all falling into place. And whatever gets in its way, it's going to get trampled. Strength card. This card is not only strength for the person that you're reading for, okay, or even for yourself. It represents being able to tame the beast within you. You're strong enough to conquer or to overcome any challenge or obstacles. But what about strength? Sometimes people think of strength as like reckless and just, pushover. No, it's being strategic, being classy about it. You don't have to be that roaring lion, right? Charismatic, building connections. It's called strength. You don't have to be the loudest or make the most noise to get things accomplished. No. Hermit. Sometimes you have to go into hermit mode to understand yourself better. Get away from the commotion, get away from the chaos. Sit quietly. Don't go out. Don't, it's like get away from the normal routine that you're used to doing. Gotta go into hermit mode to really appreciate Be grateful and be thankful for what's happening. The healing is done when the Hermit comes out. That wisdom from your experiences. The Wheel. I heard of like the wheel of time. The wheel is spinning. When the card comes up, it's like you have the opportunity to spin that wheel because you're ready. There's good changes coming in, but you have to be able to spin that wheel. So when this card comes up, it's being prepared to spin the wheel. Okay, you're ready. Whatever, however, spin it. Be ready because you have to be emotionally balanced. You got your bunch with your pentacles. You got your money. You got your health. You have your. You are thinking strategically. Your emotions are in check. They're balanced. You're not going to be reactive. You're responding. Really good card of like accomplishment of fulfilling something. It's like finally, like it's like a graduation card. Okay, look at that. It's a graduation card, and you can spin it however you want to spin it. See you. Justice. Just like it says, justice. Like justice will be served. It's kind of like karma. It's fairness, balance. This card comes up, and if it's a question for somebody or for yourself, or you're wanting to know, are things going to fall into place, or am I going to finally be able to move forward in something? Okay, it's always something legal, something with the law, something where it could be just a balance at home, balance in your finances, balance within yourself. I also think of the Libra sign too. It's all about balancing. Justice will be served when this card comes up, whether it's on yourself or on somebody else or the situation. The Hangman. This is a lot where you'll realize that all of us get into this hangman energy where we feel like we're stuck. Okay. You're hanging upside down. You don't know where to go. Well, because you're hanging yourself upside down and you hung yourself pretty much by overthinking, by self-sabotaging, by the what if. Okay. There's still a light around them. They're not bad. They're not a bad person. They just allow the external stuff to really affect them. You have the crow there because it's magic. It's like, call your ancestors in, call your guides in, call your archangels in, call whoever in to help flip you back around and gain clarity. Death card. All of us go through a death and rebirth. A death is the loss of an ego, pride. We lose a part of ourselves, an aspect of ourselves that we don't need anymore. Maybe how we used to do things. That's got to change. Because that's what caused this death, the aha moment, where you have to be careful who you surround yourself around. You're not a bad person. There's good things happening, which is why you get that little kid there. There's things happening once that death happens. Okay. And remember, it's a death of yourself. It's an aspect of yourself. We are filled of different aspects, like energy, like aspects of ourselves. And we have to let that person go. Thank you for withstanding this. Thank you for overcoming these obstacles and challenges that you have maybe have gone through the last, 2 or 3 months. And then you become a new person as if you're evolving. It has to happen. Gotta let go of that stuff. You can't take that residue from your past with you, the aspect of you. He or she's gone. Temperance card. By itself, beautiful card. All about like temptations, balancing. Make sure that you are balancing your desires and your responsibilities. Okay. They're not just all just have fun, and you're not really, thinking about your obligations or responsibilities. Your shadow side. Things that we don't like to talk about. Kind of like skeletons in our closet. When the shadow side comes out, it means that there's some work that needs to be done internally. You're still the behaviors are still the same, maybe you're repeating, cycles and patterns, you're trying to figure out like why you're getting triggered. Bring a triggering card. It's like you have to really start healing. You got to go within and do the work. As a tarot reader, we also have to do the work. Okay? We do the work, we align ourselves, then we're going to be able to gain that information that we need from our higher self. We're not dense. We don't have so much to deal with anymore, right? But as it'll happen in many, many times throughout your life. Our moment. I have not met anybody that loves this card, but it's a realistic card. We all have those tarot moments, things that just blow up in our face, things that don't go the way we want them to go, the expectations, the what the hell just happened card, okay? It's because it was meant to fall apart. When we go through our hardest challenges in life, it's one of these big life events that really impact us. Once it's over with, we look back and it's like, oof, I had to go through that because I wouldn't have moved. I wouldn't have shifted. I wouldn't have detached myself from certain situations, certain people. I wouldn't have, walked away from this job that was literally killing me inside, right? Affecting my health. I wouldn't have be in this new position or start this new business, and I'm a lot happier. So we need this to happen to us. A lot of times when we're stubborn, right, we need things like this to shift us. Okay? Or if you're one that doesn't like to leave a job because you're so loyal and you're willing to tolerate, whatever's happening to you, and they're going to manipulate you, and you're like, okay, sure, because you're just happy you have this job and you know that it's paying your bills and blah blah, but somewhere down inside that does not feel right. You should be doing something else, but you're digging your heels in because you're living comfortable, or you're used to this, or it's your comfort zone. This entire moment will shift you. You don't listen to yourself. You don't listen to your body, what it's telling you. Something will happen, and it will just be like, oh, don't like when this card comes out, because it's like you realize all the signs that were there, all the aha moments, and you just overlooked it. Okay. Star card. This is about the divine. It's destined to happen. When this card comes up, it's like if you're destined to do this. So when you're doing a reading, or even for yourself, this is meant to align this way. That means that once this happens, or whatever you're asking for, you're going to understand. Because even though you might not be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel, there is a light. There is. It's looking at the silver lining of what you're going through. The moon card. It's about following your intuition, okay? Being connected with your emotions. Not second guessing what you're feeling. Not second guessing when you have that funny feeling like something doesn't feel right. Okay? Understanding the phases of the moon. Looking more into something. If you want some research, looking more into something, look at that crescent moon. Learning the phases of the moon will really help you as well to connect with the moon, your intuition, your emotions. Sun card. Beautiful card. It's like vitality, something new, something exciting. It's like you're embarking on a whole new journey that you're going to feel young and excited and want to do the research and doing the work, and it's all working towards you, for you. Card. Karma is good. Karma is bad karma, okay? Karma is where what you do onto somebody will be done to you, okay? And sometimes when this karma card comes out, especially if it's a question for yourself about like you're mad and you're like, why did this happen to me, right? What's going on here? Sometimes it's because karma got served on you, or something you are somebody's karma. And just have patience. The person will get their karma. Might not be the same way how you were hurt, but those emotions will still stay the same. And a lot of times when this card comes up, it's like you've already paid for your karma in that situation, so you're good to go. You're fine. Okay. The World card. It's a beautiful card, a lot like the Wheel. It's where it's a big old like evolve. Like you just leveled up. You just got yourself enlightened again because you learned a lot about your life lessons, your experience, your wisdom. It's that like the tree, they're very knowledgeable. There's tons of wisdom with trees that are very old. Okay. And it's like you become that tree of life with all the experiences that you have. And it doesn't matter how old you are. We can have so many experiences at a very young age, just how, things are like handed down to us, right? But this is like where you have the knowledge, the education, and the experience now, where you now have what it takes to shift, to move mountains, to start something new, because you know your worth, you know your value, right? You know your skills, you know what you bring to the table. Maybe you are the table, but look at it that way. There's a review for the major arcana. If you have questions, let me know. But start connecting with the tarot more, shuffling around, doing readings for yourself. Take a deep breath, relax, check it off. And it's not right or wrong answer. Like when you start connecting with your deck, I always say call in your ancestors, call in your guides, whoever, can feel around you. Good to learn to protect yourself, before you start as well. If you have like a sacred area, a spot in your home, wherever you're doing it, protect it, call in your ancestors, do like a white light around you while you start doing this, and just ask a question. I would ask like a general question. What is something that I need to know regarding this week? Or what is something I need to know that will help me get through this week? So I usually do like a full set being on myself every Sunday, just have an idea what's gonna happen. And you can do one like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it doesn't matter, but we'll just do a 3-card spread, make it simple, and just ask yourself, what do I need to know? What's the message that I need to receive today? You keep it general until you start learning more about tarot and connecting with it. And if you look at a card and it's something that you think, you see a card and something comes to mind, write that down. Okay. This card, I'm getting this message, which is your intuition, whatever you're hearing, whatever you're seeing, whatever word comes to mind, that's that message for that card. And then read it. Okay, this card means this. Next thing. But be patient with yourself. It's not gonna happen overnight, but also don't question yourself. Because that's learning to trust yourself, your intuition. Okay. I'll do a review on the minor arcanas too here in a bit. Or maybe tomorrow. Either way, you'll get it before class, but hope this helps. Much love.